All right, so this is a very good question. And the person says, even if you're older and more accomplished than the said principal, number one, I haven't even had a situation where it's someone older. I think I probably have had a situation where the person is like my age mate. But again, in those instances, I find that I still had that posture. And I think the reason that I had that posture, I don't believe it was because they were just a principal per se. I think it was also what I perceived their position to mean. I felt like with their position, it meant that they were much more knowledgeable about their system, how they operate around children. And I also felt like they had the power to be able to look into my family and to be like, oh, you guys are not parenting according to how we parent. And I felt like maybe they held too much power. You know how our own family system can be a bit different from what is in the Western world. So just feeling like, especially as an immigrant, where I was in a place where I'm learning the system, I'm learning how to parent within this system, I'm learning how to deconstruct the parenting that I came with, the parental knowledge that I came with, because I realized that this parental knowledge is faulty. I had to do a parenting course at some point when my kids were still small. I did it because I just felt like I didn't know what I needed to actually parent within this system, right? I didn't really know. And honestly, I don't know if other people have experienced it, but personally, I felt like I didn't have the skills. Like I didn't know what to do, especially when my kids were still not talking, like I didn't know when they're trashing out, what do you do? Like I didn't know how to parent, right? Because I didn't have the skills. The only thing I knew from Nigeria is how to they go just give the person wozai. Do you understand? So I just knew that there needed to be other ways, gentle parenting. And because of course I never had the time to walk within a nursery to see how, sometimes I would come and I would ask the nursery people, how are you people doing? Like, how are you people managing to make these kids be so organized? Like, what are you doing? How are you speaking to them? I wanted to learn those skills. Sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. Then when you have knowledge and understanding, that's when you can now decide that, oh, well, gentle parenting, all of it is not for me, right? And also when you learn the system, that's when you now kind of come into your own. For me, that was how it was. That was when I came into my own to be able to say, so I get it. What you guys don't want is abuse. You don't want for children to be abused, but you're not averse to me disciplining my children. You're not averse to me telling my children of, no, don't do that. Will you stop that? Right? So it's like learning that, because at first, even to tell off my children, I used to be scared. A family friend sent me a DM where she made a very valid point, and she said a lot of times this is how the enemy also affects the identity of us as Nigerians, as immigrants, because you're in a country where you feel like you don't have papers yet, you don't have a lot of things, you're being careful, you're fearful, you don't want them to deport you. So all those things are playing in your mind because you're being careful. So when I was in that position with a principal who was probably like my age mate or maybe younger than me, who knows, but who in my mind I perceive as being overly competent and skilled. Maybe she has training in this one, training in child, protection, all these child things that they've done that you're feeling like, let me be careful, before I'll come and go, I'll tell you, I told my child off, you tell me. And again, you hear all these stories. Some people will tell you how they disciplined their child, they took away the child's iPad, social workers came, they wanted to take the children. So it's like there's a lot of fear mongering. So you're fearful and being careful. They will call you and you're like, hey, which one are they calling me for? What is it? The child said they did not eat. They did not eat because I gave them food. They did not want it. So you're fearful. Whereas when I would observe other people, other races like Jamaicans, one thing I noticed was that the Caribbean people, they should just be so badass. Hey, and they will tell off their children in front of. So I started learning like, oh, okay, I can be a full disciplinarian and nobody's going to bat an eyelid. In fact, they will even be grateful to you that you're disciplining your children, that you have your children in check. So at some point I was like, so why was I so fearful? So now, even like in school, after school clubs, when some things will happen, maybe my child was a bit naughty, they'll tell them, I'll tell your mother. And they'll just say, please now. And when they'll come, they'll say, well, Chimdindo was a bit naughty today, because they know that I'll tell you of. I even have like, why would you do that? So it's like learning that you can be a disciplinarian as long as you're not abusing your children. And it just took a lot. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's just fear from an immigrant position or just from a place where you felt like you didn't really have the advantage. So it helps to be able to sort of mingle with other people, other families, see how parents are disciplining their children, even with the gentle parenting. You're still gentle parenting. You're still loving your kids. Like for me, my kids are like, we are very, very close. They know how much I love them. I'm always affirming them, but I'm also the disciplinarian. Like I would tell you off and I would discipline you. And I feel like that is where the difference is. I feel like I didn't just have the confidence in myself. It's almost like unconsciously, if you're feeling like you're doing something bad. I don't know where that thing came from. But unconsciously, you feel like you've done something, they've caught you doing something, and I'm not here illegally. I have my papers, I don't abuse my children, but it's just, I don't know what to call it. But I guess it's just becoming grounded in the fact that I am doing right. I've not done anything wrong. Do you understand? I'm caring for my kids. I'm disciplining them because I need them to benefit you in your society. Do you understand? So it's all of those things that have now made me become grounded and strong, where I don't really send your papa like that. So I wanted to answer that question that said, even if the person is maybe not younger, but even with younger, if that person was like, let's say, well equipped, well knowledgeable in that arena, you would even be scared, because those ones, especially if they don't have kids themselves, if they've not gone through the pain of the challenges of parenting, you might feel like they can be judgmental, they can be stricter, they can come off, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that, because they don't have any experience. They haven't gotten into the meat of the matter. They haven't experienced the difficulty and the nuance. It's like somebody who is telling a woman who is being abused, why haven't you left? Then if it's me, if the boss just slap me, I go just come out. But until it happens to you, that's when you now start seeing that, it's not very easy. It's not as easy as it was when I was talking it. So you now become more empathetic, much more understanding. So yeah, maybe if I met someone who was younger, very competent in the theoretical knowledge that she has, and who was just there from that judgmental standpoint, or this or that, yeah, I would still feel that same way. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Okay, bye.